Hello, hello, hello. So, let's get to Spokane. God, these people are stupid. So, one of the tactics of Marxists, of socialists, of the left, is they hijack definitions, they hijack words like equity is a they want to relate that to equality, which they're not at all the same, and they pervert definitions so that they can use them in the manner which they want to get the results they want. They're Machiavellian. The means or the ends justify the means. They don't care how, by any means necessary. These are all unethical ways of going through about the world. They never get the utopia or the positive results that these negative people claim they want. But if they wanted them, they wouldn't use the same dirty tactics like redefining words underhandedly, things of this nature. And a lot of it is just this generation's dumb. So, let me, this is today's paper. It is almost 9 o'clock, the 3rd, 4/3/2020. Let me get my big fat head out of the way. Libertarian Resistance Network. I'm like, huh? And then I read this little disclaimer. Spokesman Review reporter Eli Frankovich is in Eastern Europe to cover stories with ties to Spokane. Articles will appear throughout the week. His trip was paid for largely by Spokesman Review readers who have donated to the Community Journalism Fund and to the newspaper Northwest Passage Savant series. So they're getting donations so they can pay someone to write articles for their newspaper that we have to pay for? God, I hate this. Like, why would people donate money? And it's their fault. Donate your money wherever you want to help a for-profit business engage in propaganda. Maybe that's the reason. For some, aiding Ukraine is part of a philosophical stand against totalitarianism. Zelensky is a dictator. You fucking morons. Okay, I didn't read that part. Here, look. Okay, it's not going to be that hard. I don't know how to spell Zelensky. Zelensky calls for the end of all opposition parties. What? What? Oh, fuck that. God damn it. That's stupid. Let me get over here. Try it again. Zelensky calling for opposition. Oh, God damn it. Ooh, motherfuckers. Zelensky.
According to Wikipedia, Peter Sebastian Zelensky is a Polish professional
Ukraine leader.
The president of Ukraine is Vladimir Zelensky.
God damn, that's what I said, bitch. All right, so Ukraine leader. There it is. Okay, Zelensky calls for the abolishment of. What did I say before? Damn it! Calls for the opposing political parties in Ukraine. All right, so here it is. Zelensky announced his ban. Man, my fat fucking head. On 11 Ukraine political parties with ties to Russia. Okay, so that sounds good, I guess, if you're in a totalitarian fucking power, right? Because that's what that is. That's a dictator move. That's saying anybody who might have ideas that are different than mine about Russia, about the situation, you no longer can take part in our government. That's a dictatorship, right? That's like the left wants to call the right domestic terrorists because the right has different political opinions that they don't like and they can't argue against. So they just rather call it terrorism. Fuck, you people are stupid. All right? For some, aiding Ukraine is part of a philosophical stand against totalitarianism. If you want to make a stand against totalitarianism, we'd back the fuck off and let them handle it itself because they're both dictators. They're both socialistic, communistic countries. Whether they call it president or what. They're both... One's more flamboyant. One claims and makes different claims. Oh, I want to be part of the EU. I want to be part of NATO. That's why we're in this problem. It's just like the Cuban missile crisis. If our adversary wanted to put their missiles on some neighboring country of us, we flip the fuck out. Putin might be a bad guy, all the things you want to say, but Russia as a country feels the same way. They don't want NATO on their fucking border because that's their enemy. So when Ukraine and Zelensky starts piping off about becoming part of the EU and NATO, Putin said, what the fuck are you doing? Now, is that the end of the story? Is that the real reason? No, it's nuanced. But to say aiding Ukraine is part of a philosophical stand against totalitarianism is a fucking moronic thing to say, which they're only saying it to fucking fuck your brain mind so you think you're on the right side because you're dumb. Whew. That wasn't even what this fucking video is supposed to be about. I was going to dive in how they're taking the term libertarian to mean something it does not. They're trying to get a certain section of the readership or the population to think that libertarians have formed a resistant network, and they haven't. These are not libertarians. These are people who are liberals who believe in liberalism, but liberalism is a whole different genre and philosophy than being a libertarian. But they're purposely, it's not even called the libertarian, it's called the liberty, what's it, I had it here first, where'd it go? Fuck, damn, fuck, I had it here just a second ago, but that whole fucking, is it on the other one? Oh, it is on this one. Okay, all right. Liberalism. Young Americans for Freedom turned into Liberty International. Liberty International, which is what the Spokesman Review is talking about here. Liberty International So I'm sorry. I'm trying to. This little line right here fucked me all up. All right. Okay, so liberty worldwide. So they get you thinking here. Libertarians have often talked about liberty in the abstract, either sense, in the abstract, ethereal sense. So it's interesting to see them step up. Liberty worldwide is not a libertarian group. They're fucking mind fucking you here. And they're using this Palmer guy as a proxy by saying he ran in libertarian. No. If you look it up, if you take the time to look it up, if you know what libertarian means, you first have to have the vocabulary knowledge, which you can't have a potty mouth that pisses everybody off with such talent as I do without having a broad knowledge of words. Liberty International, formerly International Society for Individual Liberty, is a nonprofit, blah, blah, but it was also the Society for Individual Liberty was founded in 1969. It was originally, though, where'd it go? Come back. Young Americans for Freedom, National Conservative Activism, and it was about liberalism. That's not the same as libertarianism. They have some libertarianism is about smaller government. Liberty International freely chosen strategy. I don't know. It's not what they're saying it is. Liberty International sponsors an annual conference with attract libertarian, classic liberal. That's what it really is. Wikipedia is not the most accurate. They'll say whatever. It's a move to make the left look not so left. It's trying to make the left, oh, these are libertarians. No, they're not. They're people who are classic liberals. If you were so here, let's read. I'll show you. Palmer, I read. Fuck, I don't know why I can't find it now. He was in some conference. And we are the only political movement of ideas, as distinct from getting elected and looting. In 1969, Roger McBride, libertarian president. It's not a libertarian president. That's oh god. They're. It's the. Where is it? How that happened? Classical liberalism. It's called Liberty International, right? So, oh, this is so frustrating. So when says Palmer, Roger McBride was a candidate for the libertarian or whatever for Liberty International, not the libertarian president. His general modus operandi involving fighting people who are speaking in code, which that's called projection. They're speaking in code right now. This is not a libertarian resistance network. It's a left-leaning resistance network. Yeah, the whole stand against totalitarianism. Alternative modes of communist management, for instance. His general mode of operation involved finding people who were speaking in code, perhaps alternative models of communist management, for instance. He'd then contact those people and help organize seminars where Western ideas could cross-pollinate with the slowly loosening Soviet bloc. He'd get books translated, mostly economic texts, and never traveled anywhere without a copy machine. Did anybody hear what I just read? His general modus operandi involved finding people who were speaking in code. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Libertarian Resistance Network is code for we're trying to steal the libertarian base for our classic liberalism, which means classic leftism, because it's all left-leaning. Libertarians aren't necessarily on the left. They're actually supposed to be more conservative. Smaller government, individual rights like the right to fucking privacy, the right to beat your ass if you come on my property. That's not what the left is about. It's a farce. Oh, God, it's so fucking frustrating. In 2017, he was invited, this is Palmer, I think, to speak at a Libertarian International Conference, a Liberty International Conference, focusing on healthcare. Varner talked about medical tourism, of which he's a fan. I kind of am too. Arguing that it gives Americans medical options outside the U.S. and brings money into poor countries. But no, that used to be America's gig. Because we were capitalistic and free market, which a libertarian is about, Canadians would come down here because our healthcare system was better. Not now. Now, because the liberals have fucked it up, the classic liberals, we have to seek decent healthcare outside the U.S. because of Obamacare. I had to go look up. Liberty International was founded in 1967 under a different name. Yeah, the Young Americans for Freedom. The reason they had to change their name because there was a rift in the Young Americans for Freedom between the lefties and the righties. Libertarianism, as defined by Liberty International and Varner, they don't. Yeah, see. Okay. So check how far down this is. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Continued from 1. 11, 12, 13. 13 paragraphs into this. They throw in their definition of libertarian, which is exactly what I'm trying to argue against, saying, no, don't steal words and then redefine them as you see fit because you're trying to steal that fan base for that liberty, as defined by Liberty International and Varner, promotes civil liberties and laissez-faire and free market capitalism, and emphasizes on individual freedom, all under the rule of law. In some ways, this definition is more comparable to classic. No! It's not classic liberalism. That's classic conservatism. All right? Smaller government, the left thinks civil liberties is the right to vote, right? And the end of slavery and women's emancipation. Sure, yeah. But civil liberties, in essence, is freedom of speech, the right to bear arms, the right to privacy. Those are the libertarian policies that are up front, the civil liberties, not their civil liberties. They're focused on different ones, while denying those ones. So they're not about civil liberties. They're about certain civil liberties at the behest of other ones. They don't want freedom of speech. They don't want Second Amendment. Those are civil liberties. They only want this. So it's just, this whole thing is a, what'd they say? They're speaking in code. They tell on themselves here, right? His general motives of operation involved finding people who are speaking in code. That's what this article is. It's speaking in code, trying to get libertarians to fall a little more left by making it the Libertarian Resistance Network. Oh, this whole fucking world's fucked up. Well, have a good day because there's not a whole lot of them left. Because you